This radio show is more important than any other mainstream media outlet that exists.
The Breakfast Club.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it.
Wake up and hot.
You think I'm coming here when this ain't hot?
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
Being here next to all of you guys, it's really big.
It's one of my favorite shows to do, just because y'all always keep it 100, y'all keep it real. But what better place than here?
I think everybody should go on the Breakfast Club and start with that if you want to shake it up.
Good morning, USA! Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day.
That's right. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. It's middle of the week now.
Good morning. Another day to serve, man.
That is right.
Come on, man. I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. I feel like I'm ready to be of service today. What's happening?
Well, Jason Lee was supposed to join us today, but he had a schedule conflict.
I didn't know that. What happened?
I didn't know that till this morning. Yesterday, I guess his team scheduled something else, and he couldn't make it. But, after the show yesterday, he said, I'll be back tomorrow. But
well, he's a busy man.
Yes, he is. So,
and, that's why the Breakfast Club third seat is a rotating position at the moment.
That's right.
Because, people be busy. I know that there's a lot of people that y'all like to see sitting in the seat. We always hear people say, just hilarious, just be busy. You hear people say Claudia Jordan. Claudia been shooting something for a minute. I don't know what's going on.
On an island somewhere, right?
Something.
Yeah.
I know she said she's going to announce it soon, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, folks be busy.
They be busy.
That's all.
Yes.
Until they're not.
That's right.
This is our commitment from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
That is right.
And soon it'll be somebody else's commitment from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Correct.
Who that person will be, we don't know. And you should believe me when I'm lying.
Yes. When you're lying, believe him, or when he's telling the truth.
Which means I already know.
Do you?
No.
Oh. Are you lying?
I just told you, believe me when I'm lying. I'm lying.
So you lying?
Listen, don't ever listen to me most of the time because I'll just be lying.
Okay.
But you should be listening to me when I'm lying, because when I'm lying, I'm probably telling the truth. But when I'm telling the truth, I'm probably lying, but you'll never know because I'm lying.
Facts. Well, maybe not facts, because you could be lying.
Whatever you want them to be.
All right. All right. Well, did you see the BET Awards last night?
No.
Okay. All right.
I didn't. I was trying to watch the Rap City documentary, though. That's what I was really, really interested in, but I kept getting pulled in different directions around that time. But I want to really, really sit down and watch the Rap City documentary, because that Rap City documentary looked incredible.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see the Rap City documentary. I kind of I lived it. I think I DJ'd like 5, 6, 7, 8 times down there in the basement. Kind of, I was there. I was, I got the chance to see it, and I that was all I had at that time when I was a kid growing up, was watching Rap City, and I got a chance to DJ several times, so it was pretty good.
Rap City is a cultural institution, and that's why I love documentaries, because all the times, those documentaries put cultural institutions in perspective. So even just watching what I saw some of last night, you know what I mean, it brought back a lot of different feelings and emotions, even watching all of the different hosts, because, there might be people that think of a certain host.
Yes.
But we grew up in an era where we saw them all. We saw Chris Thomas the Mayor. We saw Joe Claire. We saw Big Les. We saw Big Tigger.
Yeah.
We saw Mad Links.
Yeah.
We saw
Mad Links was the last one.
Q45
and Mad Links was the last ones, right? The last two. Or Q45 was the last one.
I think Jay Nix did it for a little while.
Jay Nix?
I remember that whole run. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to get home and really get into that Rap City documentary.
All right. Well, Offset will be joining us today. He has an album that comes out this Friday, so we're going to be kicking it with Offset in a little bit. And also, today is Cardi B's birthday, so happy birthday, Cardi B.
Look at that. Look at the synchronicity in that.
The what?
The synchronicity. I don't even know if I use that word right now.
I don't know.
Y'all know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Offset's going to be here today, and it's Barty's born day.
That's right.
That actually means nothing.
No.
You know what I mean? But it means everything.
All right. Well, let's start the show with some Barty. It's a birthday, damn it. And we got front page news. Tesla Figaro will be joining us at the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, and the Breakfast Club family.
Before we jump right into it, I just want to tell people that flag football is being considered for the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles. So they're going to make flag football. They're thinking about making it an official sport. So just want to tell people that. All right, now let's start right after. What's going on with the Republicans?
Yeah, House Republicans wrapped up their candidate forum Tuesday night, where lawmakers heard from two current options to become Speaker of the House. As we know, Kevin McCarthy was ousted as Speaker of the House. So right now, the two candidates are Representative Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. The two men had an opportunity to pitch themselves to their party members ahead of a secret ballot vote that's scheduled for today in an attempt to convince the Congress that they can gather 217 votes needed to win the gavel. It looks like neither one of them were able to convince folks that they had, I guess, the muscle to do it. So we'll see how that works out today. Now, former Speaker McCarthy, who, as I mentioned, was moved from Speaker of the House, he has asked them not to nominate him as Speaker, but some folks said they still will be voting for him, despite him even saying literally, do not nominate me because I know I won't win. But I guess a few folks, have a point to prove with that because they're still upset about McCarthy losing that position. When they asked, what are the chances that the House would select a new Speaker by Wednesday, Representative Thomas Macy said, I would say 2%. Now, meanwhile, House Democrats did finish up their candidate forum last night in less than an hour, nominating their leader, Hakeem Jeffries.
Is whoever they put in that position going to have actual power, or are they just going to be another puppet like McCarthy was?
Yeah, we're going to see. That's a great question, Charlamagne. Matt Gaetz, who was really against McCarthy and, set that deal up in the beginning to oust him, he did say that whoever goes in this position, he will not oust them. But, we'll see. We'll see. It's still, right now, they still don't have any type of consensus with that. So it just depends on what deal they make.
It feels like McCarthy was on 90-day probation since the first time he got that gig. It's like he was under a probationary period since he started that job.
Yeah, he was set up to fail right out the gate. That's why it took them over 15 rounds, just to nominate him. So we knew that was just a matter of time. A lot of folks say they're surprised he lasts even this long. But again, right now, no Speaker of the House. They need to vote on things like sending resources to Israel. A lot of stuff that still needs to happen on the table. Don't forget, we're still in the middle of a temporary government shutdown. So that needs to happen. A new vote on that needs to happen in November. So a lot of stuff that Congress needs to do, and Republicans need to get it together since they are the majority.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tez. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Everybody else, get it off your chest.
Are the phone lines working this morning?
Yes, they are. 800-585-1051. Somebody paid the bill yesterday.
Okay.
800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. You want to vent? You got some things you want to get off your chest? Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Kalani.
Hey, Kalani, get it off your chest, mama.
I'm just so irritated this morning. Yesterday, I'm going to work, and I get into a car accident. I call this dude who I've been messing with, for a little while to come help me. And he basically breaks up with me through text message in that moment that I needed him.
Damn. Wow. He been wanting to break up with you.
Right?
What'd you ask him to do? Just come pick you up?
I just called him, and I was like, oh, my gosh, I just got into an accident. It's like 7:30 in the morning, right at that point, because I'm going to work. I'm like, my mom's not answering. I need you. I know you're at work, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, get all the information and call me back. I'm like, okay, off to the cops, whatever. And I text him, let him know I'm home. Are you going to come over? And he's just like, I think I need time to myself.
I think you should respect that because he realized in that moment that he didn't want to be your emergency contact. He don't want the responsibility. Jesus. He thought about it. He was like, damn, she got into a bad accident and the first person she called when she couldn't get in touch with her mama was me. I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah, that's kind of foul, Mom. I'm sorry. How bad was the accident?
It's my car is like so messed up, so I'll be taking Lyft or Ubers for like another week. They want like $2,000 to fix the front of the car.
Or maybe he feel like he don't want you to ask him for money, or he don't want to drive you to work every day too.
But that's the thing. I never asked him for money. I never asked him for anything. Like, we just have like we started off as co-workers, so we just have like a cool relationship like that.
I think you should be happy.
It just grew into something more.
You should be happy that you dodged this bullet. You know what I mean? He's clearly showing that he's not ready for what you might be ready for right now. So go enjoy the holidays.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mama.
It still hurts, but thank you guys for answering. I've been listening to y'all forever.
Thank you. And listen, the fall just started. You still got time to find you a little boo for the fall.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, MB?
What's up, Trav?
What's up, Charlamagne?
Trav, what up, sis?
I'm doing good. Listen, I heard one of the girls was looking for me yesterday, but I heard she's not there today.
Oh, Jason Lee? He asked about you yesterday. He did.
I somewhere laid up with somebody's husband, eating up all these snacks in the house. Where you at, Jason?
Oh, no way, Jason Lee. I didn't know Jason wasn't coming this morning.
That's crazy. That if y'all wanted an E-list celebrity to come host this week, y'all could have called me.
Jesus, what's wrong with you and Jason? What happened? What's the smoke for?
I don't like the way he called me about where that gay dude at. Yeah. My name is Trav, a.k.a. Twin, Miss Lee. Just letting you know.
What is the problem, Trav? Why you just call up here? I don't get it. Why you call up here just being sassy with Jason Lee?
Because Jason Lee was being sassy yesterday.
I don't remember. I missed it.
Yeah, he was asking about me. He's like, well, where that gay dude at? First of all, that's not my name.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
You're not the only gay dude in America.
I know, but he said, where that gay dude trash.
Yep, okay.
but anyway, OVO Eli. I'm calling to stand up for him today because Charlamagne, I don't like how you treated him last week by saying he was on Drizzy Glizzy. And you know what? I'm on Cole's pole. And Eli, we are connected. It's fine. I stand with you. If you're going to be a stand for your favorite artist, stand for your favorite artist. Bro.
You should release Cole's poll, and Eli needs to release Drizzy's Glizzy. You know what's crazy? I think that all of these negative reactions that people are having to Drake's album, even though I think that it's unfair, I think these negative reactions they've gotten to Eli. He ain't been here all week.
Eli. I think it's fake because I actually was in New York and I listened to the album, the whole ride up there and the whole ride back.
It's not as bad as the internet is making it.
No, not
at
all.
It's not as bad as the internet making it seem. It's really not.
No.
But all right, y'all.
All right, now. Get it off your chest. 800. What? Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live? Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Marcus from Tampa, Florida.
Marcus from Tampa, Florida. What up? Get it off your chest, brother.
Hey, real quick, Charlamagne, you gotta take it easy on Florida, my guy. You always coming for us, but you never talk about the Bronx. You say the craziest people come from Florida and the Bronx, but I haven't heard you say anything about the Bronx in a good little minute. The segment's always dedicated to us. What's going on, man?
That's because Florida always outshines everybody when it comes to having the craziest stories. Like right now, I haven't even looked at my donkeys yet, but automatically I'm looking at some headlines. Florida woman skips $160 Walmart bill, claims security guard tried to holler at her. Florida man punches, spits on customer in wheelchair in McDonald's after heated argument. Florida man fatally stabs brother's pal after nobody shared weed with him. What you want me to do, man? What you want me to do?
You want to know what the answer is to that?
What?
Everybody moving here.
No.
All these people coming from different parts of the region and world. This is a retirement state. I mean, we got no taxes. The weather's great. It's a tourist attraction. Everybody started coming here.
It's the water.
Oh man, come on.
Most of these people ain't never committed a crime till they get to Florida, and they drink some of that goddamn Florida water, and then they turn into gunplay.
Goodbye, Marcus. Goodbye, Marcus. Hello, who's this?
Yo, this Chris.
Chris, what up? Get it off your chest, Chris.
Hey, what's up, man? I just want to say, Charlamagne?
843, what's happening? I'm right here, my brother.
Hey, I want to tell you, man, I'm disappointed in you, man. You and Envy really cut. I feel like I hear all this Drake talk this week. You know, shout out to OVO, Eli, 40, Tub, all them guys. But what about Rod Wave? Y'all ain't say nothing about Rod Wave when he dropped.
You right.
Rod Wave went #1. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rod Wave selling out arenas.
You right.
By himself. He headlining. But I don't hear nothing about Rod Wave.
You absolutely right.
You right. They say I read on Billboard now. He's the second artist behind Taylor Swift to get #1 consecutively, 2021, 22, and 23. But no talk about Rod Wave.
You absolutely right. Salute to Rod Wave.
We got to change that now. We got to change.
Well, you doing it right now. When you write, you right though.
Salute to Rod Wave and that nostalgia album. Rod Wave definitely doing his thing.
Yeah, y'all got to start playing. I know that y'all got the system. Y'all play what y'all got to play this and that. But at least talk about Rod, man. Rod from Florida. I'm from Florida. you represent Florida, man, the South. And Charlamagne, I just expected more from you from the South. Man.
You're absolutely right.
That's right. Blame it, Charlotte.
Rod Wave and Nick Grant dropped real great projects. We should be playing. We should give Fight the Feeling some spins on the radio. That's off the Nostalgia album. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're wrong.
All right. Well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up. Now, we got your rumors. When we come back, we got to talk the BET Awards. The BET Hip Hop Awards were on last night. If you missed it, well, we'll fill you in. Who performed, who won what, and all that. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club on BET.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. Now, last night, of course, was the 2023 BET Hip Hop Awards, hosted by Fat Joe.
Salute to Joe Crack. Drop on the clues bombs for Joe Crack.
Now, the show started off with the baby. The baby started off with a lot of energy. We actually seen that because we were there, and the baby killed it.
Oh, we saw the rehearsals.
Well, I seen it because remember, I came out and actually seen it.
Oh, you stayed?
I stayed for a little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I stayed for a little bit. I actually seen the baby perform, and yeah, he killed it. He also brought out Sexy Red. He brought out Manny Fresh and Juvenile. So
I can't wait until Sexy Red hits the stage and does Rich Baby Daddy off that Drake album.
Rich Baby
That
Daddy?
song hard. I don't care what y'all say.
I told you gonna love that song. Now, also, which was pretty dope, Jermaine Dupri, they celebrated the 30th anniversary of So Def. So Jermaine Dupri brought out a bunch of artists.
I'm sure he started with Welcome to Atlanta, right?
He started off with Jump.
Oh.
So he actually produced Jump on the machine. No, he actually did it live.
Oh.
He did it live, and then he started off with Jump. He did the first verse, and then he brought out Ludacris for Welcome to Atlanta.
Okay. Y'all be playing with JD. Diddy gonna catch hell with JD in the verses.
Yeah,
I don't care what y'all say.
He also,
I ain't saying that JD will wash Diddy in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying don't act like Jermaine Dupri is some pushover.
That's right.
Okay.
He also brought out Little John. He brought out Nelly. He brought out Chingy. And he brought out the Brat. The Brat has so much energy. She killed it. She recently had a baby, too, so that was dope.
And that's just JD's hip-hop bag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The R&B bag is where it really gets spicy.
Mm-hmm. He also brought out Bow Wow, which was good to hear. It seems like they're not beefing because Bow Wow came out.
Salute to Bow Wow. I'm glad he's come to his senses on that because the reality is, Bow Wow's legacy is forever tied to Jermaine Dupri.
Of course.
Period.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing Bow Wow can do to shake that. You know what I mean? Jermaine Dupri is the reason that we know the Bow Wow that we knew.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And like I said, Bone Crusher came out, and also the Franchise Boys. And then also, of course, everybody always talks about the ciphers. So the ciphers, they split it into 3 different ciphers. One cipher was Timbaland, one cipher was Swiss Beats. So let's just go through some of the ciphers. Simba was part of Swiss Beats cipher, where Swiss Beats, they rapped over Swiss Beats produced records.
Drop on the clue bombs for Simba. Super lyricist, top tier MC. We don't just use that term MC lightly. There's a lot of rappers out there, not too many MCs. Simba is a super MC and a great human.
Cassidy also was in the cipher on Swiss Beats side, and he killed it as well. I also got to go to the OG. He was rapping on Timbaland's side, the OG Bun B.
Body. I need every single one of you youngins to know, with the exception of Simba, Bun B bodied you all.
Nah, Bun B definitely killed it.
Drop with the clues bombs for the OG Bun B. He bodied you all.
We got 2 more clips, and also the Mexican OT killed it as well.
Okay, I forgot to add Mexican OT to that list of people who Bun B didn't body.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mexican OT hard. Drop on the clues bombs for Mexican OT. Don't know the guy, just know his music. He's dope.
And lastly,
what about the awards, man? Ain't no awards given out. It wasn't BET.
We're gonna talk about the awards. Let's talk about some of the performances. And also, we got to talk about Marley Marl. Marley Marl, a legendary producer and DJ from Queens. He produced for everybody from Biggie to he did a Roundaway Girl for LL Cool J. He got the I Am Hip Hop Award.
This started out as a dream at 4117 Vernon Boulevard, Long Island City, Queensbridge. My window faced Manhattan, so that's all I could look at and wonder what's happening in them lights over there. So I wanted to be there. I had some people inspiring me in my life. I mentioned them in the bridge. It was T-Tom, Jappy Jap, Larry La, and Gas. But they wasn't the ones that put me on. When I got with Mr. Magic, through Mr. Dr. Bob Lee, Shaheen's father, in my building, brought me to Mr. Magic, and we changed the world, being the first rap show on the radio. Back in New York in WBLS, I was the first hip-hop DJ to rock live on the radio.
That's a fact.
And then I brought sampling to hip-hop. That changed my world.
Salute to Molly Ma. Mm-hmm. We probably wouldn't be here without him.
No, that is
him,
fact.
Mr. Magic, they laid the foundation for hip-hop radio. That is a fact.
Yep, and then for some of the award winners, Hip-Hop Artist of the Year, congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. He won that.
No debate there.
Hip-Hop Album of the Year, Drake and 21 Savage won that.
I don't really have any debate about that. Who's in the category?
Megan Thee Stallion, Lil Uzi Vert, Jack Harlow, Metro Boomin, Khaled, Coi Leray.
Oh, yeah. Drake and 21.
Lil Uzi Vert won Song of the Year.
For I Wanna Rock?
Yep, for I Wanna Rock.
I'm not mad at that.
And Best Hip Hop Platform, Carisha Please.
We got to stop. Salute to Carisha. Love Young Miami to death. But come on now. 2 years in a row.
Yes. Well, last year she tied with Drink Champs.
I got mad love for Carisha, but you got platforms that come out daily, and you got platforms that come out weekly. You know, like the $1 Million Worth of Games and the Drink Champs. You know, the Joe Budden. Like, come on now, come on, Carisha. I love Carisha, please. But was that sponsored by De Leon?
I don't know.
Was De Leon a sponsor of the BET Hip Hop Awards?
I don't know. And also, lastly, salute to Ice Spice.
Salute to you, Carisha. Drop on the clues bombs to Carisha. Okay? Love her. I love what she does. But 2 years in a row, come on now.
And salute to Ice Spice. This was the only award I seen, actually. She won Best Breakthrough Hip Hop Artist. That's the only award that I seen last night, and she wasn't there for it. But congratulations to Ice Spice. And that is your Rumor Report.
If Carisha Please did come out weekly, I wouldn't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it is that good when she drops.
Right.
But I just don't see enough of it for her to win Hip Hop Platform of the Year 2 years in a row. Last year she tied with Drink Champs.
Right.
So I ask again, was De Leon a sponsor of the BET Hip Hop Awards?
When we come back, we got front page
But clearly
news.
it's not rigged because the Breakfast Club would have won. Because we're on BET right now.
Maybe. Tesla Figaro has front page news when we come back, and Offset will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now let's get in some front page news. What up, Tez?
Going on, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy.
Peace, Tez.
Now let's talk about the brother Hughes Van Ellis.
Uncle Red.
Yep, Uncle Red, one of the last known survivors of the Tulsa Race Massacre, has passed away at 102. I know I would certainly love to live 102 years. That's a blessing. His grandnephew, Ike Howard, said that he died waiting on justice. Now, in 1921, Ellis was just a few months old when the Tulsa, then thriving Greenwood district known as Black Wall Street was destroyed by a white mob during a massacre that left an estimated 300 black people dead and businesses and homes burned to the ground. Ellis and his loved ones were forced to leave behind their home in a lifetime of opportunities. Mr. Ellis said earlier this year that he lost 102 years and he didn't want anybody else to lose that. Here's what he said on the Breakfast Club.
Uncle Red, do you have real hope and faith that the U.S. government will ever compensate you for what happened with
Yes,
Black Wall
I
Street?
believe so.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been alive way longer than me. So why do you believe in the white man, but I don't?
I believe it's some good people and bad people.
In World War II, he was in Burma.
Burma, also in Burma.
All-black battalion.
All black.
Shot down enemy aircraft. They were thought to be all killed, but most of his troops survived because they was fighting for their life. How many times have you bombed, Uncle Red?
I bombed twice. Bombed when I was 4 or 5 months old. Bombed when I was 20-some years old.
Wow.
I didn't think it ever happened in my life, but it did.
Uncle Red was a baby.
I'm glad I survived all of that. I'm a survivor.
Man, salute to Uncle Red. Lived a long, beautiful life, and it's a damn shame America never gave that brother or any of the other Tulsa Race Massacre survivors justice. And it was a privilege and honor to have him and Queen Viola Fletcher on Breakfast Club earlier this year. That was just a few months ago.
You know
that's
what
I mean? And just think, you hear this brother still sitting here, still having faith in this government to do the right thing.
That's right.
So, you know, his what was it? He said his nephew? His grandchild?
Yes.
His nephew.
His nephew is absolutely right. Like, you know, clearly he died, you know, still holding out for justice.
That's right.
You know?
And Miss Fletcher and Miss Randall are still alive. Miss Fletcher's 109, Miss Randall's 108. Those are the last two known survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. And again, you know, they have been, like you mentioned, all three of them have been fighting for reparations for destruction. And this is, you know, a case that people always, you can't dispute this because they literally were alive at the time. When you have the conversation about reparations, say, those people that passed away, they're no longer here. No, they literally are still alive at the time and still fighting for reparations. So, yeah, certainly.
I have a theory, and this is just my dirt road country logic kicking in, but I have a theory that God let those Tulsa race massacre survivors, Queen Viola Fletcher and Leslie Randall and Uncle Red, be here all of this time to continue to give America the chance, the opportunity to do what's right. You know what I mean? To fix some of the karma, the negative karma that they put out there into the world, and they still haven't figured it out. They still haven't done it. These people have been here for almost 110 years.
That's right.
And they still ain't done right by them. And that's why no good gonna come to this country until they do right by people like the survivors of the Tulsa Race Massacre.
That's right. Well, thank you, Tez.
Make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms.
All right, now when we come back, Offset will be joining us. His new album comes out this Friday, so we're gonna kick it with Offset. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We have a special guest in the building. His album comes out this Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Offset.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome back, brother. How you feeling, man? How's everything?
I feel good, man. Blessed, man. I'm in a good spirit.
In a good spirit?
Yes, sir.
So now, second album. This is the sophomore album.
Set it off.
Why did it take so long? The first thing people would say, it's been a while.
Why it took so long? A lot of things, Lost my brother is the main reason. I was gonna drop last year, I think around March. I had got out of a creative space. Like after that, for a minute, I had to sit down for a minute and like get with my mama and pray and get myself together. Also, I just wanted to perfect the craft. I wanted to make sure that I dropped in it and it counted. Especially like coming out of the group and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure everything was aligned. I didn't want no record sounding the same. I didn't want me sounding the same. Just being hard on myself. Critiquing myself on the music.
Now with your brother Quavo, and we seen you guys perform at the award show, right?
Yeah.
What was that initial call like when they called you guys and asked you guys to do it?
I was in Paris doing Fashion Week, and they called, and I wasn't sure at the time because it was like it's running away from the reality. You know what I'm saying? And I had talked to Pharrell. We were sitting at a show, and I was telling him like, man, I don't know if I should do it because it just ain't gonna be right. And I feel like I'm scared it's gonna put me back in that moment. And he was like, nah, you gotta do that for the world and for him. Like in y'all legacy, man, y'all one of the biggest group ever in hip hop. And also like, he would want that, bro. He was like, you need that energy, you and your brother rocking that stage again. Even if it's for the last time or whatever, like, and this is exact words, like even if it's for the last time, whatever, he don't really know what's going on. But it's gonna be a cleanser for both of y'all. And it was. Yeah, it was. I swear it was. It felt like at first, before I did it, I was still like, because it reminds, it's a reminder. And but after we did it, I just felt, I did feel good about it. Like, close the chapter on the right way, like, on a big way. Unity, love, and like, giving to the people also.
What was it like before that? Because I know that everybody talks about, I guess y'all got into something backstage somewhere. It was a video where everybody heard Cardi yelling, like, y'all both wrong. So what was it like before that moment?
Oh, before what?
Before y'all got on stage, like.
Oh no, we were together, man. Like that shit swallow hard pill to swallow. Like your bro missing, all that other shit go out the window. You know what I'm saying? It's like family of everything. Let's do this right more than anything. Because when you go into something with the wrong energy, you ain't gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? Went into it with the right energy, and that's my brother. So
what's your relationship now with Quavo?
That's my brother. At the end of the day, we good, bro. We just with each other in Paris. We be talking because we be going through little emotions, and it don't be for the public. That's the thing. Like when it's like this, it don't be, everything ain't for the public to be kikiing, and it's all love. At the end of the day, we lost a brother.
They want to see y'all cry on Instagram.
Yeah,
that's what they want.
Not gonna get it from me.
You think y'all ever make music together? Not even just as Migos, but just as Set and Quavo?
I think so.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that there was maybe Lost Takeoff verses or Lost Migos records, and that they would get that one more Migos album, but that doesn't seem like that's gonna happen.
Nah, it ain't fair to put that pressure on us either. After losing brother, man, like maybe, you know what I'm saying, in the future. But right now, I just don't see it. It's like hard me hearing our songs sometimes in the club, bro. And people, I might like got a smile on my face, but that like take verse, come on, like touch me every single time. So it's like, I don't see us doing that.
Now I can imagine, because to us it's just a verse, but to you it's like you probably think about the moment y'all recorded
the song. They put me in that bag every time. I was just in Starlets the other night, and they playing Freak No More. And his verse come on. I'm like throwing money. His verse come on. It just like slowed me up real quick. So
now what's the difference between this album, Set It Off, and Father of Four?
Okay, Father of Four was like, I feel like I was getting more personal about who I was, my story of going to jail, having kids young, the story of my wife, my letter to my wife. I'm just but this album is more like, the music wise, it's like more fun. I did all the new producers, so I didn't really, except for Metro and Southside, I ain't really work. All the producers I work with on this is like new producers I never worked with, because I didn't want to create the same sound. Because I feel like artists now, like as an artist, sometimes like you just get stuck in your ways, and I worked with an A&R this time. Like I know a lot of people on the A&R game, but shout out to G, my A&R was fire. So she was able to bring me different producers that I never heard of, and different sounds, and critiquing me on the music. Like, nah, number 1 sound like number 8, number 8 sound like number 10. For me, I was happy, because like usually I ain't going for that. I ain't letting nobody tell me nothing. But I understand, like, the game change, the sound be changing, and you just gotta change with it, or you gonna get left.
Is it difficult with you doing music, right? Because you are a husband, you're father of 5, but yet you're still in the club, so you know what people want to hear. You know people in the club ain't married. You know the people in the club might not have some kids. So when you do your music, do you say, well, I gotta put myself in their situation and take myself out from the husband and take myself out being the father of 5? Because you didn't on this album, you done knocked off a lot of chicks on this album.
That's what he want to ask you. How do you continue to rap about all these women Offset, and you're a married man? That's what he want to ask.
Because I got a real wife, like, that she understands, like, I gotta be relatable, and especially like our age, like the average person ain't married, and like sometimes people I can see it, like, you let your wife dress like this and you let her. I'm very secure about mine, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't in no controlling, like, don't do this, or I'm not telling her don't do a feature with da because it's just like this they'll interrupt the love. I feel like when you go to doing that, because then it's like, damn, I want to be this person. I gotta talk to all these people, all these fans, and they gotta relate to me, but they can't relate to me if I'm standing in one lane. So I'm just blessed to have a good wife.
What about the people those same kids that love your personal life? They love you and Cardi together as a couple, and they follow y'all on social media and see all of that, and they like, damn, they might want to hear that reflected in the music. Because I know people got really excited when they heard y'all doing an album together.
Yeah,
or EP or whatever it was.
They can't get mad at me, because I'm not gonna tell her, like, you can't say shaking your ass or like you having a good time. Girls want to feel that, them bars she be saying.
But I guess, too, when Cardi talks about that, I guess we all automatically assume when she says she's shaking ass, it's shaking her ass for her husband. You know what I mean? When she's doing that, it's like she's doing it for set. But, you know what I mean? For you, when I heard a knocking off them, like, oh, he's putting his mind frame on somebody that's in the club, not himself.
Yeah, I got to, bro, because it's like, it's more of bros doing that than there's people that's married. Facts. These are facts. These are facts, so I just still got to be relatable to them. They got to still feel like, shit ain't on no old like shit and got married and we don't even understand him no more. Then it's the worst. Then there's no coming back from that.
All right, we got more with Offset when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Offset. His album is out this Friday. Charlamagne?
First song on the album, you say you knew you was the one since you left the group. I think that was the line. What did that line mean to you?
So how you know about that? Bar, like, I went through some things I can't really speak on. Like, I stepped out of the box and like had to get my together on the business side of things. And like, after that, the freedom and the being able to be in control of my creative and being able to do that was like, now I can show you who I am. If you notice, like, now people kind of see like I got a personality. I feel like that was kind of like bottled in when everything was all as one, because it wasn't really about me. It was about us. This album is about me.
How important was hip-hop growing up to you? Because I know you got roots in New York. I know you got roots in Atlanta. I know you got roots a little bit of everywhere. I'd be seeing set with people. I'd be like, how do you know him? Like, so, talk about your roots and what hip-hop means to you, because you sample a lot of that on this album.
Hip-hop, man, mean to me, like, man, growing up is like the superheroes, you know what I'm saying, to me, because I felt like it was so out of reach. And also, I felt like they was like saving the world with the music and like, seeing like Cash Money, Master P, because I'm from the South, Andre 3000, like Outkast, you know, we from Atlanta, so we might not ain't listen to it. I might ain't get on Jay-Z Towers in high school. You feel what I'm saying? I might ain't know him through middle school. I knew Guap, I knew Gucci, and I knew Jeezy, I knew Andre 3000, I knew Future. Just like our neighborhood heroes. And like me, I feel like in general with music, you gotta know your roots and pay respect to it too. Like I watched the James Browns. I be watching like how they would dress or how they stage set would be. Or sometimes I go watch a rock and roll like Motley Crue or something. I go watch them stage set to get a like a idea of even on stage and like, cause I feel like it always rotate, but you could just do it better in a better way.
Well, one of the things you say throughout the album is you keep referencing Blame It On Set, and that's a dope record too, by the way, the Blame It On Set record. What are some of the things you think folks blamed you for?
No, it's not like the people blame me for. It's like me talking to myself almost. Like everything you went through is because of you. It's like taking responsibility. Everything you went through was because of you. Like anytime anything happened, it's on you. That's all it was. It wasn't like a specific like y'all blaming me. No, it was just like being a man. Being a man, yeah, accountability. Like accountability for all actions.
People were mad at you a couple of weeks ago because you did that interview with what's her name, Bobby.
They weren't mad at me. I feel like they was.
That smoke that in.
I feel like they was with me on that.
When I say they were mad at you that you even gave her an opportunity to interview you. You know what I mean? You know, people were saying, well, why would you give that girl an opportunity and not somebody from the culture?
Reached out, I did my research, and I was like, I'm open to do it because, you know, I don't like doing interviews at all. I was like, I'm open to doing an album on the way. And I feel like it was kind of comical. Like, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to me. It wasn't like, I wasn't taking that shit like offensive. You just gotta be on your toes when you're doing it.
No, she needed to be on her toes.
Yeah. She needed it. She needed it. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, I'm doing this for the brothers. You ain't finna catch me slipping on this show and be down talking to me, and you just coming up off TikTok. It's all love though, but she cool, man. I feel like a lot of people did take a lot of comedy out of it. It was supposed to be funny, man.
You told her she needed some seasoning.
Yeah, she do. She did need a little bit of
absolutely.
season. A little bit of season. But it's cool though, man. It ain't no issues or nothing. But I feel like a lot of people's mad at her, like. But that's how she do the interviews. I think I brought it to our world more. It's like a lot of people like, why does she? They was kind of taking it as like she was being disrespectful, but she wasn't. She just I think that's the way she got on.
Now, you know, I hear you channel a lot in this album. I hear a lot of Project Pat.
Yeah.
Were you listening to a lot of Pat?
3-6 and Project Pat, yeah, man. They that's what I'm saying. It's like the underground music, and to come to, and then they went underground and went big. Shout out to Juicy J, man. He a player, good producer. He ain't taxed me on the records.
He didn't tax you.
He did production on it.
Nah, you get certain you gotta talk to Juicy J about. He ain't do production, but certain you gotta holler at you.
Oh, so when you just using that,
but you gotta think the sample on Jealousy is Juicy J.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then it's the South music, man. It's just always something about the South music to me, even growing up. Just always felt like we was just relatable to our neighborhood. You from down there, man.
Absolutely.
Now we had Cardi up here and we were talking about your marriage and everything, and she was like, sometimes it's difficult not to keep things off social, right? Like the one time y'all always argue on social media, y'all never just say, you know what, I'm gonna put the phone down and call her.
She's crazy, man.
You crazy too.
You know what? You married a woman from the Bronx. The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida said. You got to know that.
Yeah, I've learned it. I learned it. So it's just like, man, the hate fan base, man, sometimes be like trying to like kill niggas. So then sometimes you gotta like, I feel like I gotta protect her. You know what I'm saying? I've made mistakes. You dig what I'm saying? So those mistakes make me continue to have to protect her as a man. They don't just go away. So like, I just hate that because it's like, we be good, bro. Living a life like it's golden. We got beautiful kids. We don't bother nobody. But you know how I be whack though.
But what about when you posted that your wife cheated? That's causing turmoil in the house.
No, I was calming her ass down. Don't play with me. Same way she.
But then the next day they holding hands together.
Because it was count. It was count. Everybody know it was count. But it's like, man.
She was like that. She was like he was playing. He was lying.
Sometimes better go in too much on me, man. Like, damn. And it make sometimes. So I didn't want people to think like people thinking this shit's real. So it was just a little reverse Uno card.
That what she said. She said you threatened her. You said if you don't stop, I'm gonna get online and say you cheated.
Yeah, because that's the thing. She gotta make her. She got like she's still somebody too. So like when they be doing it, like it be like making her seem like she a sucker. So then she gotta. But then this time when she did it, she kind of was like. And I'm like, oh, slow that down, tone that down, baby. Oh, don't do me like, hey.
Set willing to blow up the whole house. Blow up the whole house. We all going down.
We all going down. This 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over with. Oh, real. But we turned that into fun though. We 6 years strong, man.
There you go.
Congrats, congratulations. Why didn't Playboy Cardi clear the song for the album? That's a rumor online. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
Shout out to my boy, man. See, because I don't get into it with about music. Sometimes people be going through their own, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to bro, though, man. He should have cleared up smash, though. I ain't gonna cap. But be like that. I don't get mad at folks for like that, because sometimes people be going through their own, or they might not want, I don't know. It's all love, though. It's my little bro.
All right, we got more with Offset when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Offset. His album is out this Friday. Charlamagne?
Now, did authorities contact you after Nicki Minaj's husband made those threats against you? That was another rumor.
Man, hell no.
Okay.
Police ain't never calling me.
Okay.
I ain't got no number for you.
They were saying they reached out to see if you wanted the press charge.
Man, please. I never do no lame ass shit like that. I'd rather keep it in the street. Like, all that joke, grown ass man. And I don't even want to bring it up because I don't want people to like, but I just laugh at shit like that. I got real money. I'm handling real business. I'm on the way to the Coach Prime, man. On the jet, like.
Word.
I'm 30 years old, bro. Like, I'm grown as hell. And I'm just too old to participate in like that. Like, the little DM you had seen was because I'm a grown man. Also, like I'm saying, it's a respect thing, brother. But you threatening my wife, bro. I'm not playing those games. I hate when men say anything about my wife. Because it's like, but you a man. Don't speak on my wife, bro. I don't care how people think. Like, oh, why you? Man, this is my wife. Mother of my kids, man. Men disrespecting the wife. I see you ain't playing about yours either. No. Yeah. You want to box in their mouth. I'm gonna get on your mouth. Yeah, we gonna make
box your mouth.
All that playing, the tweak, all the trying to twinkle your toes and kick your feet, all that. Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah.
Now we had Cardi up here, and she talked about how much she supports you and was riding for you, loving your music. But now let me ask you a question. Are we gonna get a second Cardi album anytime soon, man? She said
announced it. I thought I saw them announce it recently.
No, she ain't announced nothing. She said maybe first quarter.
She said 2024. Yeah,
she said 2024. Is it done? We almost there?
We almost there.
But y'all, there's rumors that y'all was working on the joint album together too, though.
Yeah, after hers.
You think that would be the album? Like the way you just expressed love for your wife,
yep,
and why you decided to be with her. You think we'll get that in music on that project?
For sure.
Okay.
Then a tour.
Oh, y'all definitely having another baby after the tour. That's definitely happening.
Then she said she wanted more, right? She said she wanted more when she was up here.
Yeah, I seen her say that up here, man.
You don't want no more?
Father 6.
Y'all gonna get me beat up by that.
College expensive.
What? I know.
Father 6. Next album.
How many you got?
6. I'm done. Done.
I got 4, but I'm done. I'm
done. I got 2 in college right now. College expensive.
College waxing that ass.
That's right.
Pause.
Let's get into it, Joy.
I do want to ask one question. What have you learned from Takeoff's passing?
I'm still learning. I don't even know what to say. The lesson is just pain. Like it ain't really. You're trying to run from that.
Have you done anything to deal with that grief? Have you like sat down with somebody? Or
I be feeling like sitting down with people. Like maybe I ain't found the right person, but I don't feel like sometimes people like can't relate.
Mm-hmm. That's why culturally competent therapists and psychiatrists and grief counselors are very important. You got to have somebody who's from it to understand it.
I feel like sometimes in them job spaces, they're not giving people who maybe have a record, and those are the people you need to have in the office because they've been through. They can really relate to black people. I feel like the therapy thing don't really be for black folks a lot of times because every person I ever seen it, like they like took a right way. Everything was good on paper. Everything is good. The college, It ain't like a wallow.
Yeah. Who lives
that's in the street who's selling dope right now with their gun? Will listen to him way before they'll listen to somebody that look like them, but just can't. Trying to tell them how to do it.
Can't relate.
See, I ask questions back. I've sit down with somebody. I'm gonna ask you a question back. Like, so have you ever da-da-da-da-da? And if it ain't, it's a waste of time.
Well, we appreciate you. The album comes out this Friday. Set it off. You wanna play it right?
I gotta ask y'all something. What was your favorite song? What did you feel like?
I like Say My Grace. I like Worth It because I'm from that era, so I like you kind of catching the Buster flow, which was different for me.
I like Blame It On Set. I like the one where you had
Blame It On Set.
The Project Pat flow. The first song on the album, Hard.
On the River. Yeah, that's when he said I'm the one. Yeah, that's hard.
I don't know. I got to listen to it again. I only got to listen to it one time.
Yeah, let's do it one time.
I wanted to bring rapping on the song, but I feel like it's a lot of auto-tune and a lot of I got melodies on here, of course, but
Your voice don't need it though.
Got to get to the rapping.
But your voice so distinct, you don't need the auto tune in that. Oh, the joint with Travis.
That's what I said.
Say My Grace.
Say My Grace.
Oh, okay. That's Say My Grace. All right. Yeah, that's hard.
That's hard. We got the video. We shot that in Thailand too. Y'all can't wait till y'all see that. Hard.
What does success look like for Offset?
The music connected to the people. Like I'm not, you know how we came in the game. Like I hate how everything is clocked now. Like the numbers first aid, because then that gives people opinions already immediately that ain't even chatting to us. So I'm just trying to connect musically with these people. Like you said, identify Offset sound like I did on Ric Flair. That was like, oh, bro, got that. Like it's proven like, and showing my creativity. Like you see my album cover, falling from the sky upside down, but I'm still on top. It's like being able to express the art. It's not numbers for me, because I come from, see, my number one record was number 60 and 40 and 20 and 10, then number one. So I know, like, working a record, I feel like people don't be working records no more. The festivals and them big places, they checking your numbers. They checking where your song get on Billboard. I learned that I think I learned that in 2016. I forgot who the artist was. They was going after us. And I'm like, I know we hotter than them. I know this, like... But
the streaming numbers
it was like a radio show too. I was like, well, they on Billboard, they on top 15. Y'all like number 40 right now. And then it made me understand the significance point of it. So it's some people that still watch. And I just feel like rappers ain't putting on no show, bro.
Nah.
We just getting the bag, and like people tired of paying the bag like that. It's just like you gotta put on a show.
You gonna dance and everything.
Yeah, I don't give think it's like not cool. People like to be entertained more than anything.
That's right. All right. Well, what you want to hear off the album? What you want to play?
Play that Worth It, man.
Okay.
Worth It?
Let's get in that bag, man.
Featuring Don Toliver. And we appreciate you joining us. The album is out this Friday. Set it off. The brother Offset's here. Let's go. And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. There's been a lot going on, Charlamagne.
Like what?
Don't say like what, man. There's been a million and one accusations that I was involved with scamming people.
Oh my God, no.
I'm being serious. So let me explain some things. I'm not, my attorneys don't want me to speak, but I think there's things that I need to clear up a little bit.
I think you should listen to your attorneys. Why don't light-skinned people like to listen? Like, if your attorney told you don't say nothing, why are you talking?
Listen, so Caesar and myself did seminars. Now, the reason I did these seminars is because I wanted to uplift my community. I wanted to teach my community about real estate, things that I didn't know when I was first buying my first home. I wanted to teach our community about investing in generational wealth. So I did these seminars and brought industry professionals to all these seminars, whether it was real estate agents from different markets, contractors, conventional lenders, hard money lenders. I even brought auction.com to actually show people how to purchase houses online. That's what I wanted to do for my people. That was it. Now, Caesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return. I didn't see a quarter, a nickel, nothing. I didn't see any return. And I know how that feels. But for anybody to say I was involved, that's totally not true. I would never. I've been on this radio I've been on radio close to 30 years, and never in my 30 years time did I do nothing but try to uplift people and show people a different way through the business mind. And I would never take a dollar from somebody.
I could be wrong, but I didn't see nobody accusing you of taking money. I just saw them say that they met Caesar because they heard you talking about Caesar.
They basically said I was privy to it, and that wasn't true.
I from what I read in actual court papers, I didn't see that. They said that all these people are saying that they met Caesar because of you.
Right, and they're saying
I don't
that
see nobody accusing you of taking no money.
To the point where if you read the court documents, Caesar wrote an affidavit that says DJ Envy, Rashawn Casey, had no knowledge of me investing people's money.
I saw that too.
He wasn't there. He wasn't part of those conversations. He wasn't even nowhere in those meetings. And those are documents that's out there. So if we're going to talk about truth, let's talk about the truth. And those are the documents out there. And
well,
I know
you can't talk about the truth yet because your lawyers don't want you talking at all. So the smart thing to do is, I understand you want to say something to the listeners, and I'm sure the listeners appreciate it. But man, just wait until all the dust settles. And when all the dust settles, then we can get on this radio and have a real conversation. Until then, I don't think you should be saying any of this. But that's just me. Look at you. You can't even help yourself. What else you want to say now?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
But
When the dust settles,
Okay.
you can have a real conversation with the
But
audience.
it's difficult because the stuff that you're hearing is like, that's totally not true. Like, it's not true. Like,
Well, that should be,
that's fake news. Like,
but
those
that
are
should be
fake
enough.
stories.
That should be enough. You know what the truth is. If you know what the truth is, don't worry about it, because the truth don't need no defense. The truth don't need no defense, just witnesses. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, hopefully.
And by the way, you look very suspicious because you don't have your just for men in right now. So it's like the grays are coming in right here in the back, and you need a little haircut, so it just makes you look like, oh.
I just want to say this on closing.
Oh, he's lying.
I've never stole anything from anybody, and I'll just leave it at that. What?
You know what rhymes with what?
What?
Butt. And from what I was told, you used to steal a lot of butt back in the day.
I can't. I'm trying to be serious here, and you're playing around.
Good old, big old queen from Queens.
When we come back, we got your rumor report. That's why I can't. You know what? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right, morning everybody. It's DJ NV Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Mary J. Blige.
Rumor has it, rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. Now we got a salute to Mary J. Blige. She's doing something very special. She's offering a $30,000 scholarship to one lucky student at Hampton University. Now, this is part of her Strength of a Woman scholarship. It's an initiative for eligible students. They must self-identify as a female, be a current college sophomore, undergraduate with a minimum of a 2.5 GPA, and also be pursuing a degree in business administration, marketing, arts, finance, or creative design. So salute to Mary J. Blige, and I think it's dope that the school that she's picking is Hampton University.
Dropping the clues bombs for Mary J. Blige. Anytime something is done for HBCUs, I'm all for it.
Now, the deadline, if you want to apply, is October 16th by 3 p.m., all right? All applicants will be notified in December. So, again, congratulations and good luck to anybody that's trying to get that scholarship. Now, Cameron and Mace, they have a great show. I love this show. It's called It Is What It Is. And during It Is What It Is, sometimes they ask each other questions. And somebody emailed and wanted to ask Mace a question about where was he when Biggie was murdered, and what was his first thought, and what did he want to do?
The night that Biggie Small died, where were you and what did you do in the aftermath right after Biggie Small died?
Well, people, that sounds like a Keefy D question.
No, they didn't say you was involved. They wanted to...
Yeah. I was actually in a hotel with a young lady.
And when you heard this information, what was your next actions?
I actually was trapped in a hotel.
Now I want to ask the question. What do you mean trapped?
It was about 70 or so bloods in the hallway. I couldn't even leave my room.
Why would it be 70 bloods in your hallway after Biggie Smalls died?
After Big got killed, they was probably looking for more bad boy artists, and I couldn't even leave the room to Gene Dill, the officer had to come get me.
That's up. Sorry.
I was left in LA, and from that day I always said, you know what, I'm out of here.
Damn. That's a story you never heard. You heard so many
Never.
Stories from that night. I never heard that one. I didn't even know Mace was out there.
Nah, never at all. Now, also, they talk about the song Oh Boy, which was a Cameron record. Now, fun fact, when I was doing my album back then, we got offered that record. And
somebody offered you that record?
It's a true story. When I was signed to Desert Storm. Yeah, and the money that Cameron wanted for me to purchase the record in the production at the time, of course, we didn't have huge budgets, so we couldn't take it. But I always thought the record was a hit, and it turned out to be a hit. But this is him talking about the record and why Just Blaze and Jay were mad about it.
Just give you a great example of Marshawn Lynch and Russell Wilson and me and Just Blaze relationship. I think it's the same. The Old Boy beat is sitting on the in the studio for 2 months. Nobody uses it. Jewel's convinced me to steal the song. We do the song. After we put it out, he comes up to me and is like, Cam, we're going to absolutely get killed on the publishing. We didn't get clear the sample before we put it out. And I'm like, all right, whatever, man. We should have been sitting there for 2 months. By the way, Jay was mad at me behind that because he didn't understand why I gave you that beat and I didn't give him the beat. I said, yo, just fuck it. It's a hit. I get that, Cam, but if we would have did things correctly and then went back and doubled back, we could have quadrupled what we really were going to make. Now we're not going to get anything. I said, Just, do you want to be a hit producer? He said, not actually. My dream is Wall Street and to have restaurants around. Get the out my face, bro.
So that was the story of Old Boy and Just Blaze. All right, and that is your rumor report. Now, Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to, man?
Man, 4 after the hour, I need this library in Huntsville, Alabama to come to the front of the congregation, and it's a good opportunity to just express my love for books. We'll discuss.
All right, and then after that, we have somebody that's actually just wrote a book. It's called Fashion Killa. It's out today. Somya is the lady's name, young lady's name, and she has a book talking about fashion in the industry, talking about everything on the West Coast, from khakis and Converse to Cameron's clothes to the pink fur and all that. And we're going to talk to her next hour. All right, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
That was Donkey of the Day. Made it.
Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard. Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, just hilarious. Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, October 11th goes to the Huntsville Madison County Public Library in Huntsville, Alabama. Salute to everybody who listens to us in Alabama. We're on 104.1 The Beat in Birmingham, Hot 107.5 in Montgomery, and 107.3 The Beat in Mobile. Drop one of the clues bombs for Alabama. Now, y'all know I love reading. Thank you to my mother, who was an English teacher in South Carolina, and for the Book It program for fueling my hunger to read. My mother would always tell me to read things that don't pertain to me, and the Book It program was a game changer for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like myself. I'm fully aware that I look like I could be cast in a live remake of the Ninja Turtles. Myself, Jeezy, Jadakiss, Neo, Teenage Mutant Nigga Turtle. See, when you love pizza, hot pizza, and you love to read, and your mom tells you to read things that don't pertain to you, and you have to read 4 books to get a free pizza, reading things that don't pertain to you makes that easy, okay? That's why I love Judy Blume and all her works, okay? That's why I love Judy Blume and all her works the way that I do, okay? I'm saying all that to say I love reading. I love books. I'm a New York Times bestselling author. I have 2 books out, Black Privilege and Shook One. Can you see him? Can you see him on the camera, Nick? Or should I grab him? Hold on, let me get him. You got him? Yeah. Black Privilege. Let me come back to the microphone.
Yes.
Black Privilege is right here. Shook One is right here. Okay? Okay. I have a book imprint. Black Privilege Publishing with Simon & Schuster. Feel free to purchase Tamika Mallory, State of Emergency, and Anita Kopak, Shallow Waters. Oh, we got those in here too.
I got a book too.
Hold on.
I got a book too.
Hold on. Let me come back to the microphone. See? Tamika Mallory, State of Emergency. Anita Kopak, Shallow Waters.
Got a book. Look,
those are the first 2 weeks of the imprint. See, Envy got a book. Real Life, Real Love. Okay. Salute to Doug Melville, Invisible Generals, out November 7th. You can pre-order that now. I'm saying all that to let you know how much I love books. Okay, this one. Let me show you what I'm reading right now. Hold on. You see this? Don Miguel Ruiz's new book. Okay, I just finished this. Rich Paul. Lucky me. I'm never not reading. I love reading. My wife loves reading, and it's infectious. My kids love reading. I have 3 bookshelves in my house. I'm telling you all this to paint the picture of how much I love books, because I want you to know how it pains me to see all these books and authors being banned all around the country. I'm from South Carolina, okay, where the first anti-literacy laws were passed. It was prohibited to teach slaves to read and write. So when you see me having the love for books that I do, when you see me so deep in the book business, understand it's personal. So stories like what's happening at the Huntsville Madison County Public Library really grind my gears. See, they banning books. They have a list of potentially inappropriate titles. Now, I've never agreed with this kind of censorship because everything is subjective. Do you know that Judy Blume is one of the most banned authors of the 20th century? Judy Blume, Are You There, Goddess Me, Margaret, Blubber, Iggy's House, banned because some culturally clueless fool labeled her potentially dangerous. I don't get it, don't understand it, just like I don't understand what the Huntsville Madison County Public Library is doing. See, they added a children's picture book titled Read Me a Story, Stella, to a list of potentially inappropriate titles. Now, what could be in this picture book that's potentially dangerous? Is it humans riding on a penis-shaped horse? De-riding derby, if you will? Is it a little sexy Red Riding Hood taking big bad wolves to Pound Town? Did Jack and Jill go up the hill to fetch some Molly and Percocets? What could be in this children's book that is potentially dangerous? Let's go to the news report.
Read Me a Story, Stella, a children's book by author Marie-Louise Gay, appeared in a public library keyword search list of potentially inappropriate material. It's because of the author's last name, Gay. This prompted a backlash against the library, which insists it was a mistake. In an exclusive, our Kid McCoy spoke with Executive Director Cindy Hewitt.
Read Me a Story, Stella, which seems to be what everybody's focused on, was a book that was just on a keyword search list. It has never been banned, moved, or touched in the library. It's still sitting where it's supposed to. So we were examining our collection to see if our materials were in age-appropriate categories. The communication was done at the managerial level, was passed down through staff, and in that conversation from managers to staff is where communication broke down. And the intent and the purpose was misrepresented.
That was Fox 54, by the way. So the answer to what's in the book that is potentially dangerous is nothing. The book is about a pair of siblings reading together and building a doghouse. The reason the book was listed potentially dangerous was because of the author's last name, Marie Louise Gay. Yes, it was added to the list of potentially dangerous books because the author's last name was Gay. Okay? That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Can we unpack this? If the author's last name being Gay is considered potentially dangerous, then I know this library don't carry the memoir of Dick Butkus. Okay? Does former New England Patriot Dick Felt have a memoir? I know that would be considered potentially dangerous. What about Amanda Love? Amanda Love will never have a book in this library, okay? Banning books is never acceptable. We need more conversations now. We need folks reading about different ideologies that individuals have. Stephen Chbosky says banning books gives us silence when we need speech. It closes our ears when we need to listen. It makes us blind when we need sight. And I agree. Not to mention, if a public school were to remove every book that contains one word deemed objectionable to some random person, then there would be no books at all in our public libraries. If you ask me, they didn't ban this book because the word gay is considered sexually inappropriate. They banned this book because this woman is an author. Her last name is Gay. And I believe every single public library in a red state probably has all of the great Roxane Gay's work banned. Dropping a clue bombs for Roxane Gay. All right? This isn't about sexuality as much as it's about banning one of the greatest authors, professors, social commenters we got on this third rock from the sun. Don't say gay takes on a whole other meaning in public libraries, all right? They don't want you reading Bad Feminists and Roxane Gay's other works, okay? Look, man, read all the banned books you can. All right, let your children read all the banned books you can. My daddy used to say, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. We've been defied that stereotype that black people don't read, and now that they know we actually read, they just want to hide the books. So go read all the banned books you can, and remember this quote from Oscar Wilde: the books that the world calls immoral are the books that show the world its own shame. The books that tell the truth of America, that hold a mirror to America and shows America what it needs to be embarrassed about. Please give this Huntsville, Madison County Public Library in Huntsville, Alabama, the biggest hee-haw.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Now, when we come back, well, peace be BET, we'll see you later. Everybody else, Somia will be joining us. She has a new book called Fashion Killa. Do you know Somia's last name? I don't want to mess it up.
Krishna Murphy.
Huh?
Somia Krishna Murphy.
Krishna Murphy, yeah. She'll be joining us when we come back.
Me and Somia used to host a TV show together back in the day on MTV called Hip Hop POV. It was me, Somia, Boo, Akon's brother Boo, Amanda Seals, Debbie Brown. I think that's it. Am I missing? No, that's it. Boo. Oh, me. Yeah, there was 5 of us. I'm like, it was 5 of us. Who was the 5th person? Me, duh. Yes.
Well, she has a new book out today called Fashion Killa, and we're going to talk to her when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Somia Krishna Murphy.
Somia Krishna Murphy.
Yeah, I didn't want you to attempt.
I've been practicing that. I've been practicing for the last 5 minutes. I was going to get it right.
I wasn't sure who was going to do it right, but both of you in unison.
That's right. Somia Krishna
Good
Murphy.
day. Thank you.
You have a book out right now called Fashion Killa.
And before we get to the book, you know, Somia is a world-renowned hip-hop journalist.
Yes.
Yes. And Fashion Killa is my first book.
Wow.
Congrats.
So order it everywhere. This is the first anthology about hip-hop and high fashion. And obviously it comes out on Hip Hop 50.
Why a book about fashion?
It's so interesting. The genesis was it started as an article in XXL. And as I was doing the research, I saw that there are no books about this. And one thing about the lit space, and you know this, Char, is that a lot of times hip-hop stories just aren't elevated in the same way other genres are. Rock music, pop music, right? It's still sort of seen as either niche or still kind of underground, to be honest with you. So to me, knowing Hip Hop 50 was coming up, this is such a great opportunity to write really that definitive story, that 50-year retrospective. And I'm one of those people, if I don't see it in the marketplace, well, I might as well just do it myself.
That's right.
I was going to ask, what do you break down in the book? Because, when you go, sometimes you go to Vegas and you go to Planet Hollywood, right? You see all these rock and roll idols on the wall, and you see their guitar, and you see their shirt, and you see their whatever, or you see some pop stars. I don't really see that much for hip hop, which is concerned. And we do have a lot of things that is pretty big. But, whether we're talking about, but
imagine
that's
the Run DMC, Adidas. Imagine like
Cameron's Jackson's the red, white, and blue, or Cameron's pink fur. Things like that really step outside
the
of
Smithsonian,
Absolutely.
right? The Cameron pink fur. But I think, Envy, you make such a good point. It is still this idea, although hip hop is 50, it's still not viewed kind of through that prestige lens, right? Yeah, you have the Smithsonian, you have these like little moments here and there. But this idea that it should be elevated and really treated with the gravitas it deserves, I think those are the opportunities. And for me, I just didn't see that in the lit space.
Because I don't think hip hop is looked at through the lens of art, and it should
Absolutely.
be. Like, remember when Salam Remy was up here and he had these big paintings of some of our favorite hip hop artists. When you see it as a painting, you're like, oh, you look at it different. Or when they do the Book of Hove exhibit in Brooklyn, you're like, oh, like we're not looking at it through the lens of art.
Yeah, and for me, just having a hardcover book out, you open it, and yeah, of course, there's like 40 great photos of like Biggie and Cam and Cardi B and all these people, but there's also history, there's sociology, there's psychology. It's so much more layered than just a rapper wore a dope outfit. And I think a lot of times people see it through that cursory lens, and it's much more nuanced than that.
Break down this cover, because I hit you when I told you.
Fire.
This cover is fantastic. Fire. Phenomenal. Like, break down that cover.
So it's so funny. That cover was a little bit, there were some back and forth, a little arguments with some people. So basically, Fashion Killa is obviously a nod to the A$AP Rocky song where he name checks like 27 brands, right? He was saying brands that nobody had heard of. And I wanted something that really made it stand out in the marketplace with the cover. If you look at, again, a lot of hip hop books, it's like a guy with a big chain, something very sort of stereotypical, or kind of looks cheap, if I'm going to be honest. And for me, I wanted it to look luxe. I want it to look sexy. Even if you don't read one page, it's going to look good on your coffee table. It looks great in selfies. So I wanted this to be a book. It's very much a nod to McQueen, obviously, with the skull. But again, to differentiate it, to show that this is something different, it's special, and almost treat it like a luxury product, right? Imagine like walking down the street, having a really sexy book. That's kind of an accessory, right? And it's also a great conversation starter, too.
Do you break down how, especially in hip hop, how we make some of these fashion brands cool?
Absolutely. It's funny. One of the chapters is called 1991. And a lot of people don't realize Karl Lagerfeld did a whole hip hop themed runway show back in 91. And it was, big chains and nameplates and baseball cap to the side. Now, of course, rappers and hip hop weren't given homage, right? But the idea that someone like Karl Lagerfeld for Chanel was doing it all the way back then, the influence has always been there. Now, the thing is, the relationship, I think, very much started as the outsider. So hip hop not being accepted, but also not being able to afford it. You got to think back to someone like Dapper Dan. He's like, the only people who could afford my stuff were drug dealers and athletes.
Right.
Only then, when LL and Eric B. Rakim, people like that, Kane, when they were able to afford it, then they become the consumer. We go into the 90s, which is my personal favorite era, where we start to see Sean John and Rockaware and all of these rapper-led brands, right? And then now I think we're in an age of collaboration. So you have Pharrell over at Louis Vuitton. You see artists like A$AP Rocky or Travis Scott very much being partners with these brands. But, as we saw with Dapper Dan, his sort of full circle moment with Gucci happened after they bit his style, right? And only after Twitter came and really rallied around him was he able to have this incredible comeback. I would hope it doesn't take outrage and those kind of scandals for hip hop to truly have a seat at the table, whether it be decision making, design, or just being represented in fashion.
Why do you think it's so difficult for black brands to succeed and have longevity?
It's hard. I think when we talk about rapper-led brands first, a lot of it is tied to the artist. So when the artist isn't hot, you don't want to wear their clothes no more, right? And so many of those brands, are you wearing Marshall Mathers clothing right now? Maybe. I mean, I'm from Michigan, so maybe we always wear it.
I didn't even know Marshall Mathers had a clothing line.
Oh, yeah, he did. Shady Wear.
Oh, Shady, yeah.
You know, there was Woo Wear. Remember, Busta had a line. DMX had. There was a time everyone had a line. It was get a record deal, have one hit record, and have a line. Right? A few of them, Sean John, Rockaware, they kind of elevated where they were making hundreds of millions of dollars. But I think a lot of it is you can't tie something to something as seasonal as an artist trend, because when you're not the flavor of the moment, and it happens to everyone, no one wants to wear your clothes. I think the other part is just for brands, it's really expensive. A lot of people ask me, why don't you think rappers want to have their own brands now? Do you want to spend your own money to have, you know, focus on manufacturing and supply and all of these things, distribution? It's similar to the music business. There's a reason everyone still signs to the majors. It's better to spend someone else's money.
All right, we got more with Soumya Krishnamurthy when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Soumya Krishnamurthy. She is the author of Fashion Killa, a book that's pretty much based on the fashion of the hip-hop industry. Charlamagne?
What came first for you, the love of fashion or love of hip-hop?
Oh, love of hip-hop.
Okay.
100%. But so I grew up in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which outside of Derek Jeter, nobody else knows where that's from, because that's where he's from. And you got to remember, we didn't have hip-hop radio. We didn't have, you know, concerts coming through like that. So much of my relationship was through things like music videos, magazines like Vibe and The Source and Blaze. So the music and the visuals really went hand in hand at a very early age for me.
What about Lil' Kim? Because you broke down her fashion sense. Why do you think she's such a fashion icon?
I mean, Lil' Kim from day one, who can forget that famous poster of Hardcore? I don't know if you guys remember, but I think a lot of boys became men when they saw that.
That was on the wall.
Yeah, there was a lot. It's actually currently on his wall in his house. It's like a Basquiat and then Hardcore.
Funny story, I got a homeboy who was high off hash, and he said that...
This in South Carolina?
Yes.
Okay.
And he said that Lil' Kim climbed off out of that poster and slept with him.
Shut up.
What, this isn't a magic eye. What was he trying to see? Like the...
I promise you. But why do you think she's such a fashion?
But yeah, so Lil' Kim very early on, she was very fearless. And this was a woman who embraced her sexuality, her body, at a time that it still wasn't acceptable. I mean, I was looking at a lot of archival footage. She's sitting here on daytime TV, grown men and women wagging their finger and you're the downfall of America. Yeah. But she stayed true to herself. And early on, she worked with people like Donatella Versace and Marc Jacobs. She became a muse to them because in fashion, what's more exciting than a gorgeous woman who sits very proudly in her skin? But Kim, like a lot of artists, especially female artists, they never got their flowers. If you remember, Cardi B was the first female rapper on the cover of American Vogue. Wasn't Kim, wasn't Fox, wasn't Missy Elliott, wasn't Eve, all great contenders, by the way. So now a lot of people in the fashion world are talking about maybe she should get like a Lifetime Achievement Award or something, because not only did she birth a generation of female artists, but so many designers have taken just her elements from the wig, the makeup, the DIY creations that she wore. She definitely represents somebody who was fearless.
What was it about Virgil that made hip-hop artists currently celebrate him the way that they do? Because you don't really see that with designers. Like, why Virgil?
Well, Virgil came from hip-hop. And there's a great picture in my book of Virgil, Kanye, Farnsworth Bentley, and a few other guys at Paris Fashion Week.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
that's when people used to kill that picture.
They used to kill that picture, but looking now, they all came dressed and they were peacocking. They were looking for the camera because, and I interviewed Farnsworth for the book, and he's like, we want to show we arrived. This was important that we are here as young, black, stylish men in Paris, and you will take our photo. So Virgil came up with Kanye, was very close to him as a creative director. They were both interns together at Fendi. Now, look, I interned at Bad Boy, and I'm pretty sure that they got to do more fun intern things at Fendi, Kanye and Virgil. But I love the fact that they wanted to earn their stripes. Like, no, we need to go to the source, and we don't want to just be the cool guys jumping in. We want to be respected. One thing Virgil, I think, did very well was he's a great dot connector. He will take someone from hip hop, someone from art, someone from the sports world. He was a DJ, so he had this interesting sensibility that he was able to touch with. And, I think for a lot of people, myself included, we were just so shocked when he passed. So Virgil and also Andre Harrell sadly passed during the writing of this book, so I couldn't get to speak to them. But I think for a lot of people, that's like a hole that hasn't been filled. Just this idea of this like nice, good guy who had so many interesting, cool friends and vision. And when he had that job at Louis Vuitton, it really felt like someone from hip hop made it. Like it wasn't just wearing Louis. You have a job there. You know, you're actually sitting at those tables with those decision makers. So he'll absolutely be missed.
What male artists do you feel revolutionized hip hop as far as fashion is for the culture, if you could think?
If we're talking about high fashion, we got to go back to the beginning and go to who was wearing Dapper Dan. Who can ever forget Eric B. and Rakim and those Dapper Dan jackets? I think later on, someone like Puffy was so instrumental where he could do anything because he came from that Andre Harrell lineage of Ghetto Fabulous. He was the guy making Mary J. Blige wear like the baseball shirt and the cap and the knee pads and that whole thing. Jodeci. And then, of course, that goes to Biggie, right? I don't think without Puff, Biggie would look the way that he looked. I think Puff, as he said, and I think there's a great quote in the book, I want to say from one of the track masters, where Puff is like, no, my man is sexy. And they're like, really? He's like, no, that's why we need to one more chance, because he's sexy. And women like him, and he needs to look sexy. So someone like Puff, absolutely. Of course, Kanye.
Kanye,
Who
absolutely,
can forget?
yes.
This man continues to revolutionize fashion. When I go out, I see so many little Kanye clone to this day, right? Like, you just look like you walked out of Calabasas. Pharrell, from streetwear, who popularizing Bape, to then launching BBC. And he worked with people like Lagerfeld, Marc Jacobs, early, before Louis Vuitton. One fun story, because, there's a big conversation in hip-hop. Who made Bape popular? Soulja Boy thinks it's him. Then there's, Lil Wayne said it was him.
Pharrell.
This launched a whole... The Clips, Mr. Me Too, right? That was a whole
Pharrell,
thing.
hands down.
I have a great picture of Biggie wearing it in 97.
Really?
Before he
Wearing
passed.
Bape?
Wearing Bape, and there's an incredible story. That's one of my favorite pictures. And there's an awesome picture of Tupac in Milan. So right before he passed, he was invited by Versace to walk in the runway show in Milan. It was Tupac, Kidada Jones, who was his then girlfriend, and his bodyguards. And
they actually walked?
They walked the show, and then he performed, I believe, California Love.
Wow.
Yeah, and apparently Gianni was a big fan of his, and Gianni Versace was smart about collecting celebrities and really having, whether it be Madonna or Mike Tyson, he just liked celebrities, and he was that designer. That now we see celebs front row. It wasn't like that. Before, it was fashion editors, fashion buyers, like people who need to be in the industry. But Gianni just saw the vision, and he just fell in love with Pac. And so that right before he passed.
Where do you hope fashion goes in the next 50 years? We know what the last 50 years of hip-hop fashion looked like. What about the next 50?
I think the next 50, I would love to see a rapper brand become a American heritage brand. The way that we wear polo and Tommy Hilfiger and Calvin Klein and those things, maybe it's Sean John, maybe it's Yeezy, maybe it's somebody else.
Yeezy. I think he
was
fumbled.
Or is?
I think it was. He was on his way.
Okay, so here's the question: can he make a comeback?
No.
You don't think Kanye can make a company? I think he can make a comeback. Absolutely.
1,000%.
Not if you're trying to trademark Yeezy at a time like this.
That would be interesting. But what I love about this book is it starts in 1973, ends in 2023, but the culture is living. So it's constantly shaping and changing. So reading this book, you get this great historical perspective, but I think it also makes you excited for the future.
Well, the book is out right now. Fashion Killa. Appreciate you for joining us.
How hip-hop revolutionized high fashion is in stores right now. Go pick it up. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Let's do it again.
Sonia, ladies and gentlemen, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
That damn Justin Bieber, boy.
All right.
Justin Bieber know he can make an R&B record when he wants to, can he? Why are we not playing moments from the Love album? The Justin Bieber record from the Diddy album.
That's a good question. It's a dope record.
You should throw that on every now and then.
Morning, everybody. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Kerry Washington.
Rumor has it, rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. Now, Kerry Washington was on Bravo on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and she was asked, who's the most famous person to slide in your DMs?
Who is the most famous person to slide into your DMs wanting to connect as a friend or otherwise?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow, I
he's
love
a
it.
big Scandal fan, and he's always like, I'll do anything for Command.
That's amazing.
Shaq being everybody's DMs. You notice that?
Who else is DM?
There's always a story about Shaq being in somebody DMs, sending support and love. Drop on the clues bomb for that 7'3" regular Newark nigga. It's good to see. It's good to see he still got that Newark in him.
Yeah, he's definitely from the Brick City. Now, Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
Let me think about this. I haven't read the book yet, but I am a Pinkett Winfrey. I done forgot what I am. I'm so flustered. I'm a Pinkett Smith Winfrey Knowles Carter.
So since 2016, it's 2023. So close to 20 years, right? 16. No, so
I really want to know how Will feels about this.
Close to 10 years.
I really want to know how Will Smith truly feels. Not what he says to the public, not what he says on social media. When he's with his therapist or when he's just alone in his thoughts, how does he feel about this? Because it feels like there's only one side, there's only one part of the relationship always being spoken about, and it's always coming from Miss Jada. And it never seems like it puts Will in a good light ever. Am I bugging with this?
Yeah.
Is it just me?
No, it's not just you. But if they were separated since 2016, right? It's 2023.
That don't mean I get what you saying. Tell me what you're saying.
That means, you know, when she was allegedly with.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. That ain't nothing to do with me.
That means that was fine because they were separate, right?
I was thinking about something else.
What was you thinking about?
I was thinking about when him and Chris Rock got into their little incident. Because I know people will probably say, well, they were separated. He probably did that for no reason, but that don't mean that's still the mother of your children.
This is still the mother of your children. That don't matter.
Yeah.
But I was just going to say, so no matter what she does on the side or what he does on the side, they were separated, and you can't tell what their relationship is, right? Whatever makes them happy makes them happy.
Oh, by the way,
it's nobody else's business, correct?
But I'm sure they know that. That's why it's their house. That's probably why they don't trip the way the general public be tripping. See, the general public don't know nothing. And they never do. All we do is assume things, and we see things, and being that we don't know how things actually are, we jump to conclusions.
No, but
you can't jump to conclusions when you don't have no information.
No, but the problem is, didn't they do a whole interview about it and everything? And during that interview, when they were talking about their lives and their marriage, they never one time said they were separated.
Man, I don't know about none of that, man. I don't like talking about people situations like that. I like figuring out my own home.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? I got my own home going on. Trying to keep entanglements out of my house. I don't want my house to be entangled.
Yeah, but also if they talk about it and you write it in a book, you want people to know, right?
Well, see, that's my point, and that's why I said it always seems to only be coming from one side. I read Will's book.
He didn't mention none of it.
You know what I mean? I ain't read Jada's book yet. I want to know why I want to know how Will feels about this situation, and Will's being forced to have to speak about it because she is. Right? And we're curious now.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah. All right. Well, that is your room, boy.
Remember when Biggie said problems with my wife, don't discuss them?
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to get back to that. Problems with my wife, don't discuss them. Problems with my husband, don't discuss them.
But I will say that when people do, maybe not that problem, but when they discuss certain problems, it's a better situation because sometimes people feel like when they're dealing with situations in their house that it's just them. You know what I mean? Only I'm going through this.
Go to a therapist. Go to a counselor. Go do.
Some people don't like counselors and therapists though for whatever reasons. You know,
I'm seeing everybody spill their guts via social media.
But sometimes I think it's good because I think people can understand and say, "Hey, this is what I went through. This is what I've been through."
People don't understand because they don't care. To have understanding, you have to care. Let me tell you something. None of these people actually care about these people. Nobody that reading Jada Pinkett's book or likes Will Smith, they don't actually care about them. How could they? How could they actually care about them as people? We don't know them as people. You know them for what you see on television. You know for what you read in books. You know what I mean? You know what you hear in the music. You don't actually know these people. So you don't have that level of empathy and that level of care that you would if you actually knew this
somebody,
person.
Right? I get it.
So it's like, when they give us things like this, we not thinking anything except for gossip, rumors, things to chat about on social media, to talk about at work. Like, we don't know these people.
All right. Well,
at all.
Is your rumor.
So what's the point of giving it to
report? All right. When we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. Let's go. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, we got to salute Offset for joining us this morning.
Salute to the good brother Offset, man. Set It Off will be in stores Friday. That's Offset's second album, his sophomore album.
And also salute to Somya. Her new book, Fashion Killa, is out right now.
That's right. Somya Krishna Murphy. That's the homie. Her book, Fashion Killa, is out right now. And the reason I like that book is because, you know, when we
You ain't got no fashion.
I don't have no fashion, but when we've been talking about 50 years of hip-hop, you know, it's all about the music. But, you know, hip-hop is a culture. So it's not just music. You know, fashion plays a big role in that. So I'm glad that there is a piece of art that is documenting the last 50 years of fashion and hip-hop, and that is indeed Somya Krishna Murphy's new book, Fashion Killa. So make sure you go pick that up. And Rich Paul, Lucky Me is out there, man. Go to the bookstore. Those are two good reasons to go to the bookstore this week. And Michael Harriet, Black AF. That's another good reason to go to the bookstore. That came out a couple weeks ago. Great reads.
All right, when we come back, we got the positive notice to Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, man. And the positive note is simply this. When you're transitioning from being a people pleaser into someone with more boundaries, it can feel so weird. It's hard to tell if you're being mean or if you're actually just respecting your own feelings because you're so used to putting other people's feelings first. But I'm telling you right now, you got to put your feelings first. Okay?
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?